The state says an Anderson County woman owes thousands of dollars in unemployment benefits collected during the pandemic.
But Tabitha Sharp says she worked during the pandemic and has never been unemployed.
Now, she showed 6 on Your Side consumer reporter Don Dare bank statements during the months the state claimed she drew unemployment, Don.
And Bo, those bank records are for April and May from 4 years ago. And from what we saw, the documents do not show any unemployment benefits coming from the state or federal government. Tabitha Sharp, who has 5 kids, says she worked during the pandemic, yet the state claims she drew unemployment but was ineligible and now must pay it back. Tabitha Sharp is a single mom who holds down 2 jobs. She's a driver for FedEx and waits tables on her days off. She couldn't believe it when this statement of account arrived from the state labor department claiming she was ineligible for unemployment benefits 4 years ago.
I've never applied. I've always worked.
You didn't draw unemployment back during the pandemic?
No, I was working during the pandemic.
The state says she received $4,444, but shouldn't have.
I want them to show me proof that I owe them something. They're threatening to take my wages.
Tabitha asked her credit union to pull account records from early 2020.
These are my deposits from April and May of 2020, and there's no deposits from Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce, but I've never received any money from them. I really wouldn't even know how to apply for unemployment. I've just always worked.
Yet they claim you owe
a lot.
$4,000.
Right.
Ms. Sharp says she tried to contact the local labor department to make her point.
I've emailed them. You can't actually talk to a person face-to-face anymore. They gave me a sheet of paper with an email on it telling me that I could send an email to them and they would investigate it. For me not to be worried about it, that I wasn't the only one that this had happened to, but I am worried about it. I'm a mom and I work 2 jobs and I work hard.
And what did they say happened?
That someone had stolen my identity, that it was fraudulent.
Your ID had been stolen?
Yes. The thought of someone threatening to take my money makes me very upset when I work really hard for it.
This statement from the Labor Department arrives first, then you get a statement from the IRS?
Yes. They've taken $738 to a debt, unemployment debt.
The Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development says it processed hundreds of thousands of unemployment claims during the COVID-19 crisis. And as required by the Federal Department of Labor, the state must go back and audit all claims to ensure accuracy. We contacted the state asking about Tabitha's claim that she never drew unemployment and she has the records to prove it. The state responded saying, "We called her several times, but she hung up on us." Tabitha tells us she was unwilling to reveal personal information over the phone and says they called while she was at work.
We've heard that. I've certainly heard that as commissioner.
The Department of Labor Commissioner Denise Thomas says she understands that when a government phone number shows up, it creates suspicion.
Some folks, they see the government call come through and for whatever reason they don't take the call, but we can't fix it if we can't communicate.
Tabitha says she has a big family to take care of and is now working on a time schedule agreement to speak with the state.
I can't afford someone to just take my wages from me, especially if I don't owe it.
Now, Commissioner Thomas said today that she is aware that many people are upset that they are just now receiving notices about their unemployment benefits from 4 years ago during the pandemic. Commissioner Thomas says it took a long time, years, for the Federal Labor Department to send their audits to her office so they can check it. She says her employees have been retrained so they can solve issues when they hear them. We'll let you know when we get an update about Tabitha Sharp's case. Bo?
All right, Don, yes, definitely keep us up to date. And if you have a consumer question for Don, take a moment, send him an email at ddare@wat.com or give Don a call at 865-633-6923.